Okay, I'm going to put the saddle on first. And what I'm going to do first here is loosen up these two bolts. So loosening. What you hear is planes constantly because we've skydived to land close to us, and they are putting skydivers in the air constantly. This goes to the bottom. Now we're going to grab our saddle. Now I'm just using an old saddle that I had from before. This is just a Trek saddle. It's an Evoke saddle. I didn't really want to change my saddle, so maybe eventually I will, but for right now I'm just going to use the same saddle I have been using. So there's a little plate on the bottom. There's a plate on top, so you slide it in and get it so that the bottom plate, so you can see that pretty good, so that the bottom plate is in there, and that's what allows it to slide back and forth. Now we're just going to go ahead and tighten up our bolts now. This also helps us adjust our angle of our seat. I'm going to want mine to be parallel, and I'll put a level on it here in a minute and make sure that we're pretty parallel. Okay, so I got it snugged. So from here I'm going to actually put the wheels on the ground so I know if it's level, and final tighten the saddle. Like at first I had to find a level piece of ground to put the bike on, and now I've got the level sitting on top of the saddle, and obviously the top of the saddle is too high, so we got to bring that down. So it means the other side's gonna have to come up, so we're gonna have to loosen this side a little bit, and we're gonna tighten this side. Okay. We still need to come down a little bit. Okay, we're gonna come down. Getting kind of close right there. Loosen this a little bit more. See the level. I had one of this type of seat post before. We had to go back and forth between the two bolts. And that looks pretty close. Might actually just let it tighten this one some more. Okay, then I'm going to finish it off with the torque wrench. Okay, now we got our torque wrench here. Let me see if I can get that in the picture here. Oops, there we go. Our torque wrench here, and we got it set for 8 Newton meters, which is printed on the back of the seat post here. We're just going to put that in there, and we're going to tighten that up. And as we tighten, we're going to have to go back and forth because the level will start to move one way or the other. So as we tighten, see it. They'll see the bubble starts to move the other way. So tighten this one now. Okay, so that's tight. That's good. That's 8 Newton meters. So our saddle's nice and level. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do here is put on my seat post and put a little bit of fiber grip on the seat post here on the inside of the seat post sleeve here, so that when joining carbon fiber to carbon fiber components, I use the fiber grip. So I'm going to put a little bit of fiber grip on the area of the seat post that I'm going to be mounting it, and so just going to take a little bit of fiber grip, put that on the inside here. Just on that surface that's going to be getting grabbed. And then I'm going to insert my post and make sure my Di2 wire goes down in there nicely without getting binded on. I'm going to loosen that a little bit. Okay, so before I set my seat height, I'm going to measure approximately where my height is. And I know I've had a retool fitting, and mine is about 72 millimeters. So that's where I'm going to set my seat height, right there. It's down just a little snudge. And then I'm going to put, I'm actually make a mark here, and then I'm going to put some more fiber grip just around this area and then bring it back down again. You can feel the fiber grip's got like a kind of grease with like a sandy texture to it to help it to grip the carbon to fiber. So I'm going to put that all the way in and line my saddle up so that it's pointing toward the front of the bike perfectly. Now I'm going to torque down my seat post, and this says right on it 4 Newton meters only, so that's really low. So let's bring that down to 4 Newton meters. And that's why you need the fiber grip, because 4 Newton meters probably is not enough to hold this seat. Without the fiber grip. So there, my seat post height and my saddle height are set.